they're looking at you without blinking, but they are not saying anything in response. This invasion reflects the reaction to the war that the West was preparing for many years. The Bali formula, that a thing of the last year, of the past, a lot of things became clearer. And
Minister Lavrov, just wanted to know whether if there's going to be a joint communique. Was there a discussion on that? And why did Russia, including China, move back from the Bali Declaration? Also, you mentioned that the G20 forum has become a farce, apologized to India for the behavior of the West. What transpired in that room?
It's an interesting expression. Why Russia, including China? Что касается причин, по которым не состоялось.
As for the reasons why the declaration was not adopted, and instead of this, Indian presidency will outline their vision of the discussion as some kind of a summary by the president. I have just explained it in a lot of detail in your question, why the formula, the same formula that was put into the Bali Declaration. I also touched upon this. The summit on Bali took place more than 6 months ago, and since then a lot of things have happened that show what is going on in Ukraine, including the admission of guilt, basically, of 3 signatories of the Minsk Accords. And via Ms. Merkel, via Mr. Hollande and Mr. Poroshenko, they were directly stating that they were never going to implement these accords. And the accords, I would like to remind you, concerned including the provision of unalienable rights, human rights, in particular the rights of the Russian-speaking population to speak their native language, to teach their children in Russian. All this was not just undermined, but it was banned by law. The decision the Ukrainian parliament adopted, the decrees that the Ukrainian president signed that went for the education in Russia, the media that worked in Russian in regards to the Russian literature and Russian culture on a general level, and many other things. Today on the sidelines, I talked to my Western counterparts. I wanted to draw their attention to this, and they're looking at you without blinking, but they are not saying anything in response. The only position they have, why Russia has allowed the invasion, and they all emphasize that it was unprovoked. This invasion reflects the reaction to the war that the West was preparing for many years, and that's why it was arming the Ukrainian regime. And I would like to remind you that they took power as a result of armed coup d'etat. So the Bali formula, that a thing of the last year, of the past, a lot of things became clearer, and not only to us, because we knew about it since long, but to all those who really want to investigate what's going on.